if I used my usage in the past, if I tried to do that now, I wouldn't be waking up. I would not be waking up.
Right.
There's no doubts there.
You get addicted to the drug, you're stuck with the drug, and then there's something happens that leverages you to say, I've had enough, I want to stop, and they come to you. Like, what's that sort of, their fork in the road, let's call it?
Okay. Well, quite often you'll find that people take the drugs for a while and naturally tolerance sets in. So the initial drug or the amount they were using is ineffective to keep it down. So it's a short-term strategy for a long-term problem, and it's symptomatic of the problem. It's not the actual core problem. So if you don't address what lies beneath it, which is why they went to the strategy in the first place, it will resurface.
Right. Wow. So it resurfaces, and so as far as making the decision to shift out of that, like, do you find that they can, like, is some sort of, something happens in their life that changes them?
Well, it can be that they watch a partner die in front of them or a friend. They can lose their kids. Okay, their business. It depends. Different people have different pain points. And it's like, how much pain, what I say, it's how much pain are you willing to put up with?
Right.
Like, for me, personally, the first time I tried to overcome things, and I didn't just use one drug. If I used my usage in the past, if I tried to do that now, I wouldn't be waking up. I would not be waking up.
Right.
There's no doubts there. And it's almost, while I didn't think I could do it at first, there was this point, and I tried a few times. But I thought I had a little one on the way, and I was that stuffed that I thought, no child deserves this. No child deserves this. Look, I was a mess. And it's like, I've made this choice. It wasn't the most desirable choice. And if I'm making a choice to bring a child into the world, it's up to me to clean up this mess. And it didn't work at first. There was, like, I went into rehab, but as I said, I hadn't addressed what was the root cause of the problem.
Right.
And within a space of, from memory, it was 6 to 8 weeks. Okay, the lady who I was with, I went into rehabilitation. I can't remember the first 3 days that they were trying to give me drugs, and my argument was, no, why would I swap your drugs, my drugs for your drugs? And when we look at pharmaceutical drugs, whereas they have a place in the short term to get out of it and stop some of the harms that we may have built up, long term they can be just as problematic. And if we look at legal drugs, they kill more people
Absolutely.
right, than all the illegal drugs
Absolutely.
put together. So it's like just a choice of different drug dealers, and one's sanctioned by the government, one isn't. It doesn't necessarily make them any better because, okay, morphine. Quite often a lot of people who get onto heroin, it might be that they have a trauma and then they have withdrawals.
And they need to patch that fix up, and catch up and get that feeling back, whatever that might be.
Yeah, or numb it.
Or numb it, right?
Because
the trauma behind it.
Yeah, well, okay. For instance, if there's a post-traumatic thing, so there's going to be, okay, the visual, and there's going to be a feeling attached to that emotion. And when until that's cleared up, quite often it's scary to face getting past that. And the other thing is, a lot of people tell you that they'll refer to the drugs as their friend, or the thing that got them through.
That's their friend.
It's their chemical padding.
It is. Chemical padding, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, and it softens some of the sharp edges on the world.
Yeah.
Until it doesn't.